Oh, you know what it is. Yes, ma'am. Take a little second. All right, Shalom. Hey, we are the biblical Hebrew Israelites. We come out here week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America and to wake up the elect of the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay, to bring them back to their heritage and bring them back to their power. All right? Hey, before we get started, we're going to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahusha, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. All right, we're giving double, that, that's what it's echoing. God damn. Yeah, double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who will. Peace, love, salutations, and blessings to the Lord's elect. All right. Hey. All right, yeah, man. Like I said, we come out here week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America and to wake up our the blacks and Latinos, Native Americans, man. All right, and we are now in some times where it is very important that you get this word and you get it now, okay? Because the Lord is on the way to He's on the verge of returning, okay? And His return is not like how we were tricked into believing it was going to be while we were in, church and everything like that. While Big Mama was teaching us, man. All right, this the return of the Lord is going to be oh man, it's going to be a dark day, a very dark day, man. You know, and the Lord looks like us. He's a so-called Negro man, who people who even call Jesus Christ. He looks just like us. You know, he doesn't look like he doesn't look like that white man that we were, taught worship. Yeah, man. Yeah, hey, because the day of the Lord is going to be a very, very dark and evil day, man. It's not, you know, that made up fairy tale that the Christians swear by. All right, because in their head, all right, they think that it's just gonna be, it's very, it doesn't even sound realistic, man. All right, babies flying around and lollipops being handed out. No, man, the day of the Lord is gonna be a very, very dark, serious day, man. You know, because He has anger built up, and on that day, He's just gonna unleash all His anger, man. People don't even understand or acknowledge that Yahweh Shah, who you even call Jesus Christ, is very angry for what was done to Him. And He said that basically the day of His anger, man, the day of His vengeance is going to come back, man. All right, the Heavenly Father, first off, is mad, and through His Son, He's mad as well, man. You know?
Yeah, God. This is Amos chapter 5, verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord.
Yeah.
To what end is it for you?
Yeah, and it's talking about you all that's ignorant, man. All right, y'all don't know anything about the Lord, anything about how and what manner or fashion He's coming back, but you want this day to come. Yeah. Oh, we can't wait till the Lord come back. Well, you don't even know how He's gonna come back, man. All right, it says that the righteous is scarcely gonna be saved. You know, and you automatically putting yourself in the righteous seat, in a righteous seat, if you just ready for Him to come back and you're not even examining yourself, man. You think you just gonna keep doing what the fuck you want to do, and then He's gonna come back and forgive you anyway, man. Right. It don't work like that.
That's because that brother already kind of touched on it, but that Christianity, man, is nothing but a bunch of fables.
Yeah.
Fables and fairy tales, and that's that philosophy of vain deceit Paul was talking about to the Colossian believers. And he said, don't be spoiled through philosophy or vain deceit. You know? And our people, for the most part, have been spoiled by Christianity. Yep. You know? They got themselves thinking there's a rapture coming, and you're just gonna be eating a ham sandwich and smoking a Newport, but you're gonna get beamed up into the clouds to hang on, sweet baby Jesus. It don't work that way.
It don't work, man. That's right, bro. Yeah.
says, Amos 5:18, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of Yahweh is darkness and not light.
That's right. Yeah, the day of the Most High is darkness and not light, man. So, and we're going to touch it too, what part of that darkness is going to be, man. First and foremost, it's going to be total confusion to everyone except for the elect. Everybody's going to basically lose their minds on certain levels, man. You know, because there's going to be no light. The Lord is going to take every the little light that He has in this world, except for the elect, out of it, man. So everywhere you go, it's going to be danger. People going to have crazy types of basically demon possession is going to be at a high level, man. You know, because the Lord is going to take all of this. The only reason that this place has not been destroyed yet is the Lord still has some of His spirit here, man. You know, holding that stuff, holding all that destruction back. But once that day comes, if you're not of the elect, you're gonna get taken up in some way, shape, form, or fashion, man. You know.
There's some more here. Verse 19, as if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into the house and laid his hand on the wall, and the serpent bit him. Verse 20, shall not the day of Yahweh be darkness and not light, even very dark, and no brightness in it?
Yes, and that's just a metaphor of you not going to be able to have any rest from the dangers, man. All right, the Lord's going to have wild animals loose. All right, spirits created for vengeance. You're going to have demon possessed people, okay, that the Lord's gonna put certain spirits on them to kill, you know what I'm saying, to hurt you, do all type of stuff, man. Not to mention Esau, looking at Esau, because once Esau gets turned up in that day, man, it's a wrap.
Because the scripture says we bring it out alive, but these elites, the mountain of Esau, the Amalekites, they fixing to come down with great wrath, man, because they know that their kingdom is at its end.
Right.
So they're getting ready to unleash hybrid animal. You know, there might be you know, things you never seen before is going to be showing themselves.
That's right.
You know, because he's crossbreeding different animals, man.
Yeah.
So, and then the Lord's got things He's going to unleash, man.
Right.
So you know, all hell's fixing to break loose.
Right. Scriptures talk about newly created beasts, man.
Yeah, gone.
You know,
Gone.
and the Lord will use that as an extension or a part of the sword, as you can read in Jeremiah 15, man, about that. Which we'll get that later. That was it on that.
Yeah, that was
Yeah. Hey, for real. So, hey, let's read Jeremiah 37. Hey, man, because we're coming to the time of Jacob's trouble, man. All right, and like the elders and the apostles, namely Gabar, was going into, man. You women are not safe at all either, man. Okay, so it's very important that if you are a Black, Latino, Native American woman, or if if the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua resonate with you, that you come to the truth, you repent, all right, and you know, Lord's will, the Lord will give you a man, you know, because hey, that's a man is going to be what is it? Hiding place from the wind, man. Yep.
That hiding place because the man is going to be underneath the shadow of the Almighty, man. So that
Yep.
order is you got to be up underneath your man.
Yep.
But you ain't just going to survive taking trouble out here on your own as a strong so-called black woman, man.
Right.
You can forget that shit. You're going to have to, not just a man, you're going to have a man of the Lord.
Yep.
You know, an elect man.
That's right, man. Yep.
Oh, you want that right now?
Yeah.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
That's right. Hey, the Lord said that Jacob's going to be saved out of it, the elect, man. All right, because 2/3 of you Blacks, Latinos, Native Americans who are Jacob are going to have to die over here on this side, man. All right, either by thermonuclear missile fire, which is the grand finale, or, you know, in certain cutscenes before the grand finale, man. Okay, whether that be a lion attacking you, Esau mowing you down in the streets, you dying of starvation. You know, the list goes on. The Lord, hey, it's a million ways to die, man.
Right.
You know, and in that day, whatever your judgment is, that's what's going to happen to you, man. You know, you just got to pray you're on the right side of, you know what I'm saying, judgment, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
which calls for you to repent, you know, and come back to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Let's get back to 24. And then, and even, our Lord and Savior talked about Daniel 12. Well, you had something? Oh, that was Daniel 12. Even the Lord talked about a day. You have to read a little bit more. Starting like 13. Yeah. Hey, the Lord talked about the trials and tribulations and everything that's going to happen in the days to come. You know, and that's out of the mouth of our Savior, Yahweh Shai. He was even warning us and telling us about these days that we're soon going to encounter and face, man. Hey, AKA Jacob's trouble. You know? Yep. Yeah.
God, it's
Well,
Ma-
13? Or
God.
get to where,
It's all right. Matthew 24:1. And Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Yahushua said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be there shall not be left here one stone upon another, that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
It's like, brother, fix his phone.
Matthew chapter 24 and verse 3. Matthew 24 and 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
Now, what Yahweh Shai is going to do, he's going to go back and forth from two momentous occasions or two momentous prophecies, okay, that is going to, befall us in these days. One was 70 AD, which was going to happen, several years after Yahweh Shai was on the scene. And then lastly, he's going to go to the times that we're about to come into now, man, aka Jacob's trouble, but he goes back and forth.
Verse 4. And when Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many.
And that's what we see that right now, man. Especially within the congregation of Israel, man. You got a lot of false prophets, false teachers, and they're on the rise, man. That's how we at the end of this. We're at the end.
Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Yep, and that's what we're doing right now. You can go to the book of Revelation, man. All right, and it talked about the first and second war has ended. First and second war is ended, and the third coming quick. Okay, and that was talking about the world wars, man. The great world wars. We done already witnessed World War One. We witnessed World War Two, and now we're on the cusp of World War Three happening.
Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places.
And we see that we're witnessing that right now, man. All right, you got earthquakes in diverse places where they usually are earthquakes. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Hey, just what it said, man.
Hey, a big old sinkhole opened
Yep.
up in Jerusalem, man.
Yep.
So the earth is shaking, man.
Yep.
That's how about some outside to open up that sinkhole.
Yep.
It says, all these are the beginning of sorrows.
Yep. And they said that these are just the beginning of sorrows, man. All right, because the great sorrow really is going to happen in the time of Jacob's trouble, man.
Yeah.
All right, where food is not going to be readily available. People are going to be hauled off to concentration camps or being forced to go outside of the grid to live, to not take that thing. You know what I'm saying? Can't even say it no more. Yeah. Not to take that squeeze. Right. Yeah.
Can't even say Emma. Can we say MLB?
So I always try to say it.
Spill it out.
Yeah.
Verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
That's right. And that's really going to touch and really affect the men of the Lord, the men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
That's right.
Because there's going to come a time where they're going to try. Well, they're not going to try. They're going to actually outlaw the teaching of the scriptures, and also outlaw everything that's around it, including the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Right. Because you peons might not know it, but the high level elitists. The elites, they know that we're the children of the Most High, we're the Israelites, and they also know the names, man. Even though they can't, they know. Oh, okay, yeah.
They know that, man, because they said that they become wiser than Daniel. You know, and they got the light on the left hand side of this kingdom, so they're the Illuminati. So they have the records, like the brother said. They got the scrolls, they got all that. Not to mention, who do you think owns the telescopes and all the satellites that are watching the chariots? They know, man. The only people that don't know is 2/3 of our people and you heathen.
And history repeats itself. Nothing new under the sun. The same way they was doing the apostles and the disciples, the same way they gonna do us, man.
Right.
The apostles died a hard death.
Yeah.
They ain't dying with a white picket fence, man. Nah.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
It was murdered, man.
Yeah. Even John, he died in old age, but he died in captivity.
Yeah, he was slaving away,
salt mines.
He was like close to 90 years old.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. And the only reason the Lord preserved him was so he could write down the revelation of Yahweh Shai Mashiach.
Yep.
God. Verse 9. Verse 10. And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
But don't you see that every day, man? Every day you turn on the news or hear about something, somebody that got shot, murdered, poisoned. You can't even drive. You can't even have a friendly commute to work without somebody beeping a horn at you, trying to road rage, cutting you off, thinking that they're entitled to the fucking road. You know, just stuff like that, man. Hey, iniquity has about what it said is the love of many shall wax cold.
It says, and because iniquity shall abound,
iniquity is abounding, man. You know,
the love of many shall wax cold.
And iniquity is abounding and has abounded, man. Abounding. All right, and the love of many is wax cold, man. All right, starting first and foremost with the nation of Israel. Okay, the love for our people, man. We got some demons in our nation, man. Starting with this rap music. Okay, you got little Dirks and goddamn Pooh Shiesty. You know what I'm saying? The only thing they rap about, talk about, is killing the next man, robbing the next man,
or committing adultery,
right?
Or gang banging, doing drugs, selling drugs.
Man, they even diss the dead. They be dissing the dead, man. They say they smoking on whatever your name is, and that's the pack. You know what I'm saying? If that ain't iniquity, if that ain't the love of many waxing cold, bro, I don't know what it is, man. And the same. It's like we having technical difficulties. You said what?
It dropped.
Yeah, it dropped on the ground. It's
oh, my bad. Yeah, that should be. shit a little flimsy. Yeah, this shit like a little. Yeah, it's a little messed up at the top, a little flimsy. I might just gotta. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, just a little technical difficulties, man. But back what I was saying, man. You got, the so-called leaders of our community, all right, and the stars that people look up to, perpetuating violence and killing, man. You know what I'm saying?
And they also, real quick, they're also using Esau Edom's controlling these,
Yeah.
those among our people who are in the entertainment industry
Yep.
and whatnot. But they also using Jake to push the, that thing, the witch's brew. And ultimately, they're going to use you entertainers and rappers and whatnot, and sports stars to push the other thing, man.
Yeah.
That the thing that you're not supposed to take, that's going to get you tossed into the lake of fire.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, y'all are gonna be the marketing strategy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna be the
And that's all part of that iniquity about it, man. Because that's complete wickedness and lawlessness to do that, man.
Matthew 24:13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
That's right, and that this word has been preached to the ends of the world, man. Okay, that doesn't mean that the four corners. That doesn't mean that the earth is flat. That just means northeast, south, and west, man.
Yep.
All right. Hey, this word has reached every part of the earth, man, and that's what the Lord says. Then the end is gonna come.
And that's a cut on Christianity, because that Christianity has circumnavigated the globe multiple times, man.
Yep.
So this is proof that this is the right doctrine. We got the end.
That's right, bro. Yep.
Keep going, bro.
Yeah, get to the part where your house not saying that I think it's like 30 minutes. They saying the time like never before. If there's any more, we don't.
Verse 15. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place, whoso readeth, let him understand.
And he was talking about 70 AD, man. You know?
Abomination of desolation.
Yep.
Verse 16. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains.
Now, this is going into 70 AD, talking about.
That's a proof that the line before that, brother Sam was talking about 70 AD.
Yep.
Verse 17. Let him which is let him which is on the housetop come not down to take anything out of his house.
Yeah.
Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be.
That's right. So, hey, we're approaching a time that's going to be like nothing, no other time before, man. Okay, and there's been all types of wars. There's been all types of evil. Man, the flood happened, man.
Yeah,
and you can look at the times before the flood, what happened. Let me get that. Basically, where he was saying it was wickedness everywhere, and the Lord, and that's why he flooded us. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, just like the times before the flood, the constant thought of man was nothing but wickedness, man.
That's beautiful, because that led me right to it. This is Genesis chapter 6 and verse 5. And the Most High, Yahweh, outside, saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
And you can compare that to this day that we're in right now, man. All right, hey, there's nothing but wickedness on the minds of these people, man. And it's at a certain level now where hey, that the Lord's gonna have to institute that second death, which is death by fire, man.
You can precept this with 2 Ezra 15, man,
Yep.
where it says the wickedness has exceedingly polluted
Yep.
the whole earth.
Yep. Yep.
So that's a beautiful precept of it. But yeah, and this, you want me to keep going? Or you want me to,
Yeah, keep going.
Okay. Verse 6, and it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And the Lord said, Yahweh will destroy man, whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing and the fowls of the air, for it repented me that I have made them.
That's right. And the Lord is feeling that same way that he was feeling when he flooded the earth now, man. And like you said, you can precept that up with 2 Ezra 15, man. All right? The Lord is feeling that same way because everywhere you turn is nothing but wickedness, abominations going on. You got trainers being able, transformers, being able to walk around and,
freely.
Yeah, freely.
Just do whatever.
And you can't say a damn word or do nothing to them, or you will be found guilty of hate speech or hate crime.
Like the brother did a lesson on her sins reaching unto heaven. There's another precept, man. So that the sins of this place, Babylon the Great, have Revelation 18, and preached unto the heaven. And now you hop out from outside, you got wind of it, so to speak, and he's got to execute judgment, man.
Yeah, because if we pan the camera rides poster boards of how it's the alphabet letter Pride Month and stuff.
Right.
First Saturday in June, they got the signs all around, and it's like that worldwide, you know. So that's the sins reaching into heaven. Polluted, man, wickedness. As soon as you step out your door, wickedness.
You ain't got to step outside the door.
Yeah.
Turn your TV
everything
on. Anything, man.
Hey, turn your water faucet on, man.
Yeah.
Your water got fluoride in it. Among other things.
This is 2 Ezra 15. Yeah, 2 Ezra 15 and 6. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
And fulfilled to what measure, man? Fulfilled to the measure that Yahweh Shah set to where it reached a certain point, he was going to come back and make his return, man.
That's right, bro.
All right? So it's fulfilling prophecy that there's going to be a certain amount of wickedness that was going to come into the earth after the flood, because it happened before. All right, that first death had to happen. Then it just started resurging again, man.
Yeah.
Started with Esau Edom. That Renaissance period, man. That 1300s, and shit started snowballing since then, since they came into power.
Ever since he came to power.
Satan had to be loose for that short season, which we at the end of that short season.
That's right, bro.
And Satan, being the so-called white man, he's the physical counterpart to the spiritual demon Satan.
Right.
He was given a 1,000-year period. We at the end of that 1,000-year period to rule and reign. Ain't been nothing but complete and utter wickedness, man. You go into First Maccabees, the first chapter, they'll tell you, starting with Alexander the Greek, man, and then his successors, and they was Edomites, man. And it said even then the wickedness began to be multiplied in the earth. So, man, it's time for judgment, man. It's visitation time, man. It's time for the Lord to come back and visit this place, man.
Revelation 18 and 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High has remembered her iniquities. And that her is speaking about who? Babylon the Great. And that Babylon the Great represents America, all right, according to the scriptures. That's that her, man.
Right. And the sins has reached into the heavens, man. All right, the Lord is no longer going to not judge this place for all the wickedness and evil that, first and foremost, it did against him, blaspheming him and his name and everything like that, but what it's done to his people.
Yeah.
You know?
That's all those hurtful works. And you go back to 2 Ezra 15 chapter, that's what it's talking about, man. Those hurtful works. You heard the Lord, you touched the apple of the Lord's eye, you blasphemed his name, you did all kinds of wickedness. You moved we could speak on that.
Crucify the Lord.
Yep.
And that crucifixion is a daily thing, man.
Yeah.
Because every day we go on in this kingdom, the image that's promoted here is against the scriptures.
TikTok. Doing a challenge. Right. But yeah, man. Smart way. Salakia, man. That's a beautiful precept, man. So the Lord has, just like everyone else, he has a limit to what he's going to allow. Okay? you listen to these Christian crackheads, they're gonna tell you that the Lord just sees past all evil.
Right.
He
Right.
he doesn't
He
judge.
knows my heart.
He forgot about slavery.
Right.
He forgot about what the Edomites did. He just forgives everybody and he loves everybody.
Everybody come on in.
Right, and that's definitely not the
And
case.
that's the again that's that poison, man. That's that philosophy and that ideology that Esau Edom used to push primarily on the Israelites, man. Keep you asleep and away from your power, man. And it worked. It worked, man. The Lord said he was going to. The Lord said he was going to do that, man. He said we was going to be in a state in where we was going to be worshiping the gods of wood and stone.
Said we was going to discontinue from our heritage.
Yeah. He said Jeremiah 17. Jeremiah said we're going to be discontinued from our heritage and our power.
Yeah.
So it's all prophecy. Okay, but now it's time for the Lord to deal with those issues, man, and deal with that sin. Yeah. Not our wickedness. Yahushua's coming back to judge and make war, man.
Right.
He ain't coming back like the Christians think, happy-go-lucky, man, singing songs and passing out daisies and candies. No. He's coming back to do two things: deliver his elect and destroy everyone else, man.
That's right. Yeah. And he's gonna and just to wrap up the lesson, we're gonna in a little bit, man. We're gonna get into the way that the Lord is gonna come back, man, which is by the chariots, man. You know. But now let's get 2 Letters 9. Appreciate that. Yeah. 2 Letters 9. Let me get Malachi.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
That's right, and we are in those times right now, man. We're in the times that the Lord is coming back, and he's starting to visit the world, man. And how is he doing that right now? He he is well, now they're coming out, but basically they've been seeing a lot of chariot sights, man, and that is a precursor to how the way that the Lord is going to come back, man. Okay, that's like precursor. I can't find the word, but basically the beginning of he's showing and giving you glimpses of how he's ultimately going to return by him uh, allowing the chariots to manifest themselves to Esau Edom. To Esau Edom and to the world, man.
And that's the curse that goes over the face of the earth, man.
Yeah.
Because them chariots is a curse. It's a blessing to the elect, but it's a curse to Esau Edom and the so-called Noah and the heathen. Right? Because those chariots are a sign of his end. Yeah. Right? Verse 3, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand, verse 4, that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
That's right. Hey, we always bring this up in the book of Jude, man. Okay, the 7 from Adam, man. Enoch was prophesied of Yahushua's return in the Garden of Eden, man. That's how momentous, that's how important the day of the Lord is, man. And and I forgot where it was, but the scriptures also talk about the like the wants of man basically wants the sons of the Most High to come back to him, man. Basically, everybody's waiting until Yahushua comes back and reigns supreme, and we get back into our kingdom, man. All right, I forgot where it was. I can paraphrase it, man. But yeah, man. So even the heathens are waiting on
All creation groaning.
that. All creation. Yeah,
Romans 8.
yeah, Romans 8. That's it. Basically, yeah, all 8. All the creatures, all right, which means the nations, okay, because everything's a creature, even so-called humans in the eyes of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh. Creature just means creation, all right. They're waiting on the rightful owners and the rightful judges and the rightful leaders to take their spot back because hey, this whole world is tipped upside down with Esau Edom reigning, man.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Okay.
Romans 8 and verse. I'll get straight right to the point. Romans 8 and verse 22.
Yeah.
For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of our body.
That's a good precept.
Yeah, because everything's groaning because of the condition of this earth.
Yeah.
And who's in authority.
So
you got the elect groaning,
yeah.
and then every other thing outside the elect groaning, man. The animals, the trees, the air, the waves, the seas, the rivers. I mean, everything, man.
Let me tell you what, I think Proverbs 29.
The trees rejoice.
Oh yeah, that too. But the earth, the people mourning when
the wicked when the wicked bear rule. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Oh, I need to start up higher now.
That's what I'm saying. It's in the 8th, I think.
I'll grab this one after that. Proverbs 29 and 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So that's why everybody mourning and stuff. And one better because the wicked is in rule, man. Esau Edom.
Yeah, 19.
I didn't start up higher.
Yeah, it's all good. But it was a perfect, what you call it, because it was in the same chapter.
Back to 2 Corinthians 9, it says, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
That's right.
Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs.
That's right. And we're at the end right now, man. And like the scriptures also say, all right, Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that follows it. So Esau will be ruling, all right, in the last kingdom before. All right, Esau Edom will be ruling the whole earth, like the scriptures say, okay, before the kingdom of heaven can be instituted, man. All right, so that proves to you right there that Esau Edom is still around, and the script. I mean, and who Esau Edom is, man. All you got to do is look at the dollar bill and look who has the power over the earth, man. All right, and that'll show you who Esau Edom is. And Esau Edom is the so-called white man.
One of them Rothschilds, I can't remember which one said. He said, if I control the money, I don't care who makes the laws. And I'm paraphrasing what the man said, but they control the banks, man. They the international bankers, man. So they own everybody and everything. Man. Yep. And one of them signs, speaking of signs, is going to go down tomorrow. This Ring of Fire solar eclipse, man. That's a huge sign, and it means that your whole side's about to come back.
Right.
And ultimately, you tribes better be looking at this thing, man, because this is your Lord.
Some parts of it.
Like, I know up north you'll be able to see it a lot, like Montreal, down to New York and Philadelphia, but I'm not sure if people are going to catch it. But, still, millions and millions and millions of Israelites are going to be seeing it, man.
Yeah.
And then again, that's endings and effects and signs, man.
Yeah.
You had the end, so now you got these effects and signs that the Lord is doing.
Yep. That's Jeremiah 10 too, man. Signs of heaven, man. That's for the Lord to warn us and tell us to come back and get ready to be prepared. You know what I'm saying? But the heathen are just making it.
Yeah.
Ain't no telling what Esau Edom is doing. Get prepared for this. And they're going to do a whole bunch of rituals.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It says, verse 7, everyone that shall be saved shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning.
That's right. You got so yeah, man. Anybody that's gonna be saved, you got to be saved by works and faith, man, because they tie hand in hand.
They go like 50 minutes.
They all right, bro. They go they tie one they tie in together, man. You can't have one without the others.
Yeah, they go hand in hand. Faith without works is
Yeah.
dead, man. Uh,
You said 50? You said 50?
Yeah.
Verse 9, then shall they be in pitiful case, which have now abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments.
Yeah, and 2/3 of you black still Native Americans have thrown away the word of the Most High despitefully, man. Okay, y'all throwing the word, y'all basically casting them behind your back. All right, we out here telling y'all to stop doing this, stop doing that, stop eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. Stop doing, stop smoking cigarettes.
Right.
Stop having the evil eye towards your brother, and everything like that, man. But instead of just taking that and being like, you know what, I don't know, y'all despise the word, man. You like, nah, and you start cursing the Most High, man. Look at what Boosie did. Boosie
Yeah.
say, I can't eat pork.
Right.
And look, and that, but that's the majority of y'all people. Oh, I don't want to serve a God that, well, I can't eat my crab. I can't do this or I can't do that. All right. So man, hey, y'all are through, man. And this is the punishment that's gonna happen to y'all.
Verse 10, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was opened unto them, understood not, but despised it.
Hey, and that implies that there's gonna come a time where this is not gonna be available, man. It says while they yet had liberty. All right, why would the Lord say that? Because that's pursuant to. He's basically saying there's gonna come a time where there's gonna come a time where you're not gonna be able to come back or be able to say, "Hey, I repent." It's gonna be too late. The doors of repentance are gonna
Yeah.
be closed.
Yeah, because right now we're in our liberty time, man. When Jacob's trouble gets ramped up, man, you ain't gonna. First of all, there's gonna be a famine of hearing this word. So, and then you're just gonna be on survival mode, man. The time of repentance will be up at that point. So you're supposed to be seeking the Lord now while you're in your liberty. Um, Verse 12, the saint must know it after death by pain.
That's right. So those the people that despise the Most High's word, while they yet had liberty, you're gonna have to learn and understand after death by pain, man. And how's that death by pain gonna come? It's gonna come in a myriad of ways, man. You know. Yeah, you got no reason to do my computer. But I ain't. Hey man, because it's gonna be different way, a lot of different ways that the Most High is gonna extract judgment in this world, man. There's actual angels that are holding back the death and destruction, man.
Yeah.
Four specific angels, man. All right.
Yeah, that the destruction's being held back because the elect's got to be sealed, man.
Yeah.
But once that happens, and plenty of men believe it already has, then he's gonna let loose them. They're gonna let loose them for a week.
That's right.
Wow, this is Jeremiah 15:1. Then said Yahweh unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth.
That's right. Now this is when it's all said and done, man. Because right now we're out here preaching repentance, telling our people to come back, but pretty soon it's gonna be too late.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. I honestly think it's gonna. I can see it right now. 2/3 it's gonna get so drastic. They're gonna want to repent, but it's gonna be too late. Like I'm sorry, Lord. I'm ready to come back. Like, you can't. This it, yeah. That's it.
Because, but look how long suffering the Lord's been, man.
Exactly.
Like, he's had this word out. He's had the elder apostles out for over 30 years.
Over 30,
You
yeah.
know, longer than a lot of you Akim have been alive. They've been out pushing this word throughout the 4 winds. So that's the Lord showing you mercy and grace and being long suffering, allowing you the time to get it, man.
Right.
So it's gonna be like the scripture says he's gonna mock when your fear cometh, man.
Yeah.
You know? That's just how it's gonna be.
God, verse 2, Jeremiah 15:2. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then shalt thou tell them, this said Yahweh. such as are for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity.
That's right. So it's gonna come a time in that day, and also we get that Ezekiel 26. Three to the three, three to because it's gonna come a time where you're gonna have our people, okay, you know, um, trying to inquire of the men of the Lord how to be saved, man.
Yeah.
All right, it's gonna be certain. It's gonna be something that the Lord is gonna do to separate his men from just regular, 2/3 and regular heathen men. All right, it's gonna either be a light, you're gonna have an aura on you or something, but people are gonna know these are the men of Yahweh Bashir Yahushua. So however he makes that, happen, you're gonna have certain people coming inquiring, okay, we know that you're a man of the Lord. How can I get saved? How do we get through this? How do I get back to one of his names and read that last part again. This is what brothers are going to say. The Lord's going to actually have to put that spirit on us to be that cold hearted in that day, because to see how people going through stuff like that, and, going through complete anguish and, you know,
Yeah, it's about to be dead anyway. Yeah. Go ahead, bro. Hold on.
yeah, like, you know, um, certain people going to want to, the Lord's going to have to put a spirit of like basically us being cold hearted, man.
Yeah.
To where we're gonna have to just ignore crying babies,
Yeah.
crying
Man.
women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It could probably be even certain of our family that don't make it, man, or certain loved ones or certain friends that we had in the world, and you have a soft spot for them, and they're sitting there begging you with tears and everything, but hey, you gonna have to you gonna have to tell them this, man.
Yeah, kind. Jeremiah 15:2.
Yeah.
And it shall come to pass that they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then shalt thou tell them, this said Yahweh, such as are for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity.
And that's what we're gonna tell these people, man. Lord willing, we be of that. Hey, man, and this is written in the book. Okay, either you're gonna die by this, you're gonna die by that, and the latter, this part the brother about to read is gonna go to how he gonna use the animals as a extension of the sword, man. You know.
Verse 3, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds, said Yahweh, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy.
See, and the Lord is going to use these animals to extract judgment, man. All right, them damn crazy Jake that has been breeding pit bulls all out of number, man. Where you think them dogs gonna be going, man? Right. Lord gonna put the spirit on there, the motherfucking maul your
Go ahead, bro. I'll let you. I'm gonna hold it like that.
we only got like a couple minutes.
Oh yeah, kind.
But yeah,
Oh, yeah, it's about to go.
The Lord's gonna put the spirit on these animals, basically extract his will, man. He gonna put his anger on the animals, man. And the animals are already strong, so once they get possessed, you know what I'm saying, but by a demon or whatever, it's a wrap. Not just dogs, man. The Lord gonna open up these zoos. All right, you got newly created beasts. Okay. And
These Salaki, brother. These parks that you Edomites love, these national forest parks and stuff. The little them they gonna come up to them cities, you know.
They already
be
here.
snatching y'all up off the ground and taking you into the sky. That's
Jared
what happens. Jared Douglas.
Yeah, because a lot of those animals are done away with, even though Esau can't find them, man. There's certain parts that the Lord has cut off just for that day, man, that Esau cannot inhabit, because Esau would have something to be able to combat them, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he can't search out everything, man.
Right.
He's given a certain scope, and a certain bound that he can't cross.
That's right.
Otherwise, he'd be the most high.
Yep. So, yeah, man, hey, so, yeah,
we're gonna end this live stream and put up part 2. So, hey, call all your how about Shemel Shah Shalom.